Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hello everyone, welcome to Making the Tea Rational, where I make all the tea and gossip make sense. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. The thing between CJ So Cool's ex-girlfriend Lexi and Ty Taylor is kind of heating up a little bit. I mean, as of now, it's just Lexi saying things and putting posts on social media and not actually saying Ty's name, but the reference is most definitely Ty. You can hear it because she's basically said she's upset that somebody called her white girl. I mean, were they wrong? Is Lexi not a white girl? Even CJ said that. He said that's why he gave up on getting with black girls because, of his past experiences. And he didn't say Lexi wasn't a white girl. He included her in that statement. Her mother, it looks white, and she definitely is white. So why is she so offended by that? But again, why is she basically targeting her message to Ty when Ty wasn't the one who called her white girl? It was Daisha who said it. And again, isn't she white? And they're going to say they know her. Basically call her by her name, Lexi. She didn't want them to reference her race. And then she did the same thing. She go ask a guy in the gym, "You're African American. Let me ask you about that." She asked him, was it wrong for them to, basically bring up race? And she said, well, my white mother took care of your black daughter, basically. And I know she wasn't talking about Daisha because Daisha's kids never were watched by Lexi's mother. It was Favor, which is Ty Taylor's daughter, 1-year-old, that she watched in Vegas at CJ So Cool's house. So who else would she be referencing? She wasn't referencing Daisha, but Daisha is the one who said it. And then she was like mad because she's like, basically they didn't have to read the chat out loud. When people were asking questions, they didn't have to do it. How you gonna tell somebody what to do? That's their life. They can do what they want to do on their life. If somebody's asking them a question, they have a right to answer it. Just like you're making all these cryptic posts and stuff, showing that you can cook and all this stuff after, the internet was basically bashing Ty for her cooking. So it's no different. But what I don't seem to understand is Lexi sat up here and basically someone bragged talking about, and she said she don't understand why people are mad at her for basically making, I guess she was referring to that sex tape with CJ So Cool because, that was somebody she was in a relationship with. Why can't she have fun with someone she's in a relationship with? She didn't say was in a relationship. She said in a relationship with. So my thing is, how old was this tape? And what does she mean that she's in a relationship with? Now, CJ had mentioned something about the dog issue when she kept putting posts out there about his dog. And he said she was basically clip farming and he can't control the situation, if she wants to do that. He can talk to her and tell her to stop because it's looking like she's jealous that he's with Ty. And I guess she's one of the white girls that feel like, I'm with a black guy. I done pulled him over here. And basically he's mine, because it seemed like ever since CJ has been with Lexi, every time he's been in a relationship, she comes up. It's like she does not go away. And I believe, like I say, Flo, that dog, is that bridge that's keeping them together. They keep crossing over to get together, to meet. In the middle, they're meeting through that dog. And I believe that dog is over there for a reason. Now, he's saying, CJ says his daughter, Dea, has asthma and she's allergic to the dog. Okay, that's one thing, but why does Lexi and her mother have to watch the dog? And he's talking about, well, they have a dog daycare, so they're not just watching his dog. They watch other dogs. So you're paying them to watch your dog? Couldn't you pay somebody else to do that? And then his dog got an injury for being over there with his mother. At that, his dog got injured over there. So they're not, doesn't seem like they're doing a very good job of watching the dog. But at the same time, still, he's in a new relationship with Ty, and Lexi is still a thing. Lexi and her mama should be something in the past, because I don't even know why it started in the first place. I don't know why in the world CJ got with Lexi. I don't even see it. I don't know why the match happened. I mean, why? Why did it happen? These two do not look good together, never look good together. I never understood it. And I think that's when I stopped watching CJ So Cool, because they didn't really mesh well to me, and that's just my opinion. I don't think they meshed well. It had nothing to do with her being a white girl, but they just did not have their chemistry was not good to me. And then he said he met her, and then he had a whole bunch of white girls around his house and stuff. CJ said, I don't know what CJ was running, but him saying that he wanted to give up black women to be with a white woman. Look at what this white woman is doing. But you're talking about you don't want to be with black women because I guess black women were the only ones supposed to be toxic. But look at what she's doing. She's obviously jealous and have not moved on. And that's another reason why that dog should not be over there. That's why I feel like in order for him and Ty to move forward in peace, he should cut all of that off. I don't understand why Flo is over at their house. I don't understand why the dog has to be with them per se. I don't understand why CJ is asking Lexi's mother to come and watch Favor, because according to him, she doesn't even watch his kids that much. I'm sure a lot of people missed that. He said she's only watched his kids maybe one time. Well, then why do you keep going back to them for things? I don't know why CJ is going back to them for things, but I would have never let that lady talk me into doing the OF. If that's what it was, and all these leaks that people try to say that they have, who's leaking things, and where did they get it from? CJ So Cool allowed himself to be put out like that. Now everybody in the world knows what his body looks like and everything. That's why these men are coming after him and women are coming after him, because they know what his body looks like. And that's supposed to be sacred to the person that you love. Now he quotes all these scriptures in the Bible and all this stuff, but then you turn around and let a woman, a white woman at that, pull you into something that ridiculous. Okay, I understand you were in a relationship. That's something you do in the privacy of your own bedroom. And she gonna say she don't know why people are mad because she was in a relationship with them, referring to Lexi. People are mad because you're boasting about it. And then not only that, you make it seem like y'all had something going on. Do you not know that's PORN? That's what you guys were practicing. That's what you guys were participating in. And again, the way CJ So Cool talks about the Bible and all this stuff and quote verses, why in the world would he do something like that? Knowing he has kids, they have to go to school and interact with the world. And now this stuff has resurfaced. Now, I don't know if it's old or if it's new stuff. I don't know how old this video is or whatever. The people saying that surface. I don't know how old it is or whatever, but I think it's horrible. And I just think, Lexi comes across like a person who's basically a 304 or a bop. Yeah, she comes across like that. And my thing is, where did he meet her? Did he meet her on one of them sites or something? Where did he meet this Lexi at? Because he should have left her where she was. But like I said, the relationship didn't make sense. I don't understand why he was with her. She does not look good with him. I know she probably, on the contrary, she probably thinks she does. But in my opinion, I just don't think they look good together at all. I don't even see what he saw in her. But I see what she's seeing in him, because this lady likes black men. And then she's mad because they called her white girl. That's not nobody's hang up but hers. She has a hang up because she apparently doesn't want to be white. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me. And that's my opinion, because she got upset. Am I calling me white, calling me that? You know my name. No, it's not really that significant to people. I mean, I've heard people say her name here and there, but I mean, I don't think people go to sleep thinking about her. This is just something that, she's making up in her mind about what her and CJ was to the world or whatever. But Lexi should not be even talked about at this time. It should be about CJ and Ty. If CJ and Dee's want to move along and continue a relationship with Ty and her daughter. He said he wants to marry Ty, and he got a little defensive now when people ask why was his dog over at Lexi's mother's house, and Lexi lives with her. Why is your dog over there? He seemed like he got a little defensive about that, and you don't see CJ So Cool get defensive about too many things, but that he was getting a little upset about, and I think it's something there. So I don't know if he's privately seeing Lexi or what's going on. But I noticed, like I said, Ty asked about some coffee that was drunk of hers that she left at CJ So Cool's house in Vegas. And basically CJ So Cool got quiet. He didn't even want to discuss it. And she needs to press. Ty needs to press. Everything that this man don't want to talk about, those are things that she needs to talk to him about. Now, if he wants to get mad and angry, then maybe it's something to it. I don't know. No man that gets mad about things and triggered by things if something is not going on behind it that he wants left alone. I don't understand why this woman is still in his life. It's not like him and Lexi have kids together like him and Royalty or him and Nike. They got kids together. But this Lexi don't have anything but that dog. And I guess she look at the dog like that's their kid or something. And this is another thing. Now, CJ So Cool is saying that Flo, the dog, is his. But Lexi's also saying the dog is hers. So what does that mean? Does that mean that that's something that, they have together and that this is what they're, bounded by, something like that? It's like you say, that's their surrogate, their kind of like made up kid. Why would she say that dog is hers if he's saying the dog is just over there and her mother's keeping the dog? It ain't got nothing to do with Lexi. Lexi's making posts and she's saying the dog is hers. She's not even saying, oh, this is my ex's dog or this is Flo. She's saying this is my dog. These are my dogs. She had another black one and Flo and said that was her dog. So when women do that, to me, that's like saying, we have a partnership through this dog right here. When it's clearly not her dog, if he's saying that. So, that's for CJ So Cool to fix. I believe he needs to fix that. But Lexi is starting to be very direct with who she's talking about. And it does sound like she's coming after Ty. It does. This post, watch it and let me know in the comment section if you think Lexi was coming after Ty. Because I don't understand why she would do it, because it wasn't something that Ty said. It was what Daisha stated about, her being white. She called her white boy at first. So I'm like, she tried to say Lexi looks a little masculine, because that's what it sounds like. But watch this, you guys.
African American queen is something that I never thought I would be with, because I thought that I had a bad taste in my mouth from them, but from the way that they treated me in the past. And I found out everybody is different. So I'm glad I found love in my culture, because it feels super natural and super easy, and it doesn't feel forced to me. And it doesn't feel, it's just super genuine. And I know that she's excited to be with me because she was single. No one wants to be single.
Okay, single lady, they said why your ex got your dog?
Because my daughter's allergic. She actually has asthma. You want me to bring her medicine now too? Yeah. And I was tired of getting snapped on by her mom. I'm not gonna lie. She told me word for word.
Who did you get originally? Did you get a dog to?
Mimi. And Mimi and my ex live in the same house. My ex doesn't have my dog, but she keeps cliff farming with my dog. But, we can't stop everything. Oh, who gonna fight?
Who wanna fight?
They have a dog daycare. They be taking care of more than just my dog, just in case you didn't know.
Want to see my dogs get crazy? Who's there? Oh my gosh, come on, let's go. Who's there? Yeah.
Not about what? What is it? They distracting you. What is it? I need to get into this. Get into what? Get into what? Reload. Tell your people to reload. Oh, when they said about the white boy, the white girl.
I'm not mad.
I'm not ready for
I don't get
workout
mad.
video.
We get money. You better take that money back.
They said it was dry. Make part 2 with him. Make part 2 with him. With who?
Get out of here.
You comment this.
They're bad. Ain't dry. They're mad. Dry. Look at this ass crack. You think anything dry? Dry?
I'll read the comments. Just go. We got 15 all the way down.
Show them. Does this look dry?
Damn.
Nick.
Why is he reading it? Because you guys are posting it, you idiots.
You're the issue. Stop.
He wants you back.
Don't read the comments out loud because that's how the other person was reading it and said some dumb shit, and that's how everyone knows. Because someone read it out loud. And they call me the white girl. How do you feel about that, actually? I could ask you, since you're African American. Do you think that's okay? Okay. And they had that white girl's white mother watch their daughter. So how is that? Why are you calling me by color? Do you know who I am? Don't call me by color.
Hey, the amount of meat that y'all, the amount of CJ meat y'all got in his mouth is crazy.
Someone put me
Crazy. Come on.
Yeah, I can help with school clothes.
All the way.
Send me your address, I'll help with some school clothes.
Bro, I don't want to sleep.
Play your honey pack music.
Alright.
Everyone, I pay my bills, I take care of my family. Why you mad? Why is everyone mad at me? Why? I can't do fun stuff in relationships when I'm in them?
Oh, you nasty.
And it all made me so sad that I decided to buy some heels at Gucci to remind myself life will always be Gucci.
DJ, do you still have any communication with Lexi?
Hell no. And any communication that was had, Ty seen it.